After 2 months with my son, my girlfriend pushed the mommy title, and we broke up over it. I married the love of my life 6 years ago after 2 years of dating. She got pregnant after college. We were thrilled. Our son was born and everything felt bright. 10 months later, she went to pick up a few things, and her car was hit. Her ribs broke inward, her lungs collapsed, and by the time help arrived, she was gone. The world dropped out from under me. Therapy felt like noise. The only thing that kept me moving was my son, still a baby, warm and breathing in my arms. I shut down the rest of my life. I stopped going out, stopped answering messages, and built my days around bottles, diapers, naps, and long, slow walks to tire him out. Money wasn't a problem, so I poured my time into being his dad. I was proud of how I handled it, even with the scary nights. He grew, he laughed, and I told him the angel in the photo over the dresser was mommy. Years passed, and I started to feel stronger. My sister offered to watch him so I could breathe for a few hours. I kept myself in shape because it cleared my head. Slowly, I texted friends back. At first, I said no to dates. I canceled a few because I couldn't go through with them. Later, I tried again and kept it simple. Coffee, short walks, clear limits. I wouldn't bring anyone near my son. I said that every time. Then I met Natalie. She worked in my field, was easy to talk to, and never rushed me. She knew about my loss and didn't poke at the wound. We took a month to even kiss. I told her up front that meeting my son would take time, and she said she understood. We found a rhythm. She sometimes said I spent more time with my boy than with her, but we talked it through. 10 months in, I let her join us at the park. My son was 4. We had a tiny racket and a foam ball. She said hi, and he smiled and went back to the game. It hurt because it reminded me of my wife, but I breathed through it. Natalie learned his routines. She packed snacks and knelt to roll cars with him. When I stepped away, she kept the game going. It felt like progress, so I slowly increased their time together. Daytime at her place, late nights at mine while my son slept. It felt careful, but moving forward. I set rules. No overnights with her and my son in the same room. No big titles. No promises we weren't ready for. My sister liked Natalie, and that made me lower my guard. I even felt okay leaving them for short stretches when my sister was around. One week my sister stayed because I had an overnight flight for work. In the morning, while I was gone, Natalie stopped by to visit. She and my sister sat with my son while he lined up toy trucks. My sister stepped into the kitchen to make eggs. From the doorway, she heard Natalie lift my boy into her lap and coach him to say mommy. She froze, listening. He giggled and used the nickname he had for her, and Natalie kept repeating, slow and firm, not that name, say M-O-M-M-Y. My sister looked in and saw him mouth it back while Natalie clapped and said, I'm your mommy. My sister didn't fight her then, but later she told me everything, face tight. I had told Natalie about the photo and how I used it to teach my son who mommy was. We had agreed on that. We had said those words out loud. When I came home and heard what happened, heat went through me. I didn't yell. I texted Natalie and asked to meet. She came over and sat on my couch. I asked if it was true. She said yes. She said she felt like an extra in my life and thought using mommy would make us a family. I told her we couldn't pretend our way into that. A real bond takes time, and pushing a title onto a 4-year-old she'd known for 2 months was not the way. I said I needed trust to protect my son, and now that trust had a crack. She cried and apologized, but I couldn't unhear the word. I canceled the anniversary plan I had been building. I set a boundary. No more visits with my son for now. She nodded and said she understood and left quietly. I booked a child therapist to ask how to fix the naming so my son didn't feel pulled. For a while, things were calm. We dated quietly and kept our time separate from my boy. I focused on bedtime, stories, and school forms. I kept my phone face down when we were together. It felt safer. Then the pressure started again. She texted early and late asking to see him. I said no, clearly and kindly. I asked for time. She kept pushing. She said he missed her. He didn't. She said keeping them apart was wrong. She said I was a bad parent and couldn't raise him alone. That lit the fuse. We argued in my hallway with my sister in the next room holding my son. I said my job was to protect my child and that I would not let a title or an adult's feelings come before his needs. She said I was shutting her out. I said I was setting a line. We both went quiet and then we ended it. Now people close to me are saying I'm denying my kid love. Am I out of line?